Today I'm going to be talking to you about a great woman named Mary Breckinridge. She was the first American midwife and the founder of the Frontier Nurse Service. Mary was born on February 17, 1881 in Memphis, Tennessee, to a very prominent family. Her father was Clifton Rhodes Breckinridge, her mother was Catherine Carson, and her grandfather was John C. Breckinridge. Mary's grandfather was the vice president under James Buchanan. As for her father, he first served in Congress as a representative for Arkansas, then a minister to Russia, and finally a commissioner for Indian Affairs. So Mary traveled a lot as a child, but she still received a very good education. Her early education was mainly from tutors, but she also attended private school. She then married in 1906 to Henry Ruffner Morrison at the age of 23. After only 2 years of marriage, her husband passed away, and Mary decided to become a nurse. She attended St. Luke's Hospital School of Nursing in New York. Mary graduated in 1910 and then remarried in 1912 to Richard Ryan Thompson. He was the president of Carson College and Conservatory for Young Women. Mary then became pregnant and gave birth in 1916 to a baby boy and girl. Her daughter passed away 6 hours after birth, and her son passed away at the age of 4. She divorced her husband in 1920 and devoted her life to helping pregnant women and babies. She studied in New York, France, and London about midwives and how they helped the poor. Mary saw a lot of maternal death and eventually believed that healthcare should begin in the prenatal period. She later returned to London to become a certified nurse midwife. After receiving her certificate, Mary went to Scotland to see how the community midwives helped the poor, and also learn about the system the midwives had in London. Mary then established the Frontier Nurse Service in 1925 in Leslie County, Kentucky. She introduced the first midwives to the United States. They rode horses up mountains through fog, flood, and snow just to be able to provide a modern health care for the poor. She did not turn anyone away, and they paid her with money or goods. After Mary started to become a midwife, the maternal death and infant death rates went down dramatically. She did everything she could to help all the women and babies. Mary Breckinridge passed away on May 19, 1965. She gave healthcare a whole new meaning. This is Mary Breckinridge. Here's a little background before midwives came to be. In the early 1900s, several women in the rural areas had no access to health care. Many women gave birth in their homes with help from the family or neighbors. Deaths were high in children. For every 1,000 live births, 800 were mortally. Also, the children were at risk. 100 out of 1,000 did not make it to the first birthday. Mary Breckinridge brought those numbers down with all the help and health care she provided for all pregnant women and babies. Thank you for listening.